So we're kind of in the middle here, but anyway, let's be lazy and test this point. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, 0, that's y, right? 1/2 times 0 plus 6. Is 0 greater than 1/2 times 0 plus 6?
No.
Okay, so that point doesn't work. So what does that tell us about all the points below that line?
None of them.
And what does that tell us about all the points above?
All of them.
Yeah, they all work. Okay, so we would color it in like this, and we would say this. Now I'm not gonna pretend anything here. When it's in slope-intercept form, if it says greater than, guess what?
It's everything above them.
It's above the line. If it says less than,
It's below.
yes, and it's always that way. You don't have to worry about it. It's that way. Now I think the ones you guys are going to have a hard time with are these. Okay? So if I were going to graph this one, I would make a table, okay? And I would say, what if x is 0? And I'm not going to worry about less than or equal to, I'm just going to pretend like it's equal to for right now. What would y equal if x were a 0?
1.8.
How about 13/7?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that easier? 13/7. Okay. If y is a 0, what does x equal?
13/5.
13/5. Now, there's a thing on Alex that you can say graph this point, and then you can type in a fraction. I don't know, I can't bring it up. But it says, you hit the little pencil thing to graph the point, right? And then it says type in, and then it has a little fraction picture, and you can just type on that and then type in the point that you want to graph. So it would be 0, 13/7, and it'll graph that point, and then it'll graph this. It'll do them for you. And then what do you have to worry about? Solid line or dotted line? Okay. And do you think above or below?
Below.
It looks below because it says less than, but I'm just going to tell you, you got to test the points. When it's in this form, you need to test a point. So I'm going to make a little graph over here. Is that okay? Okay. So this is 0, and then it's almost 2, isn't it? Almost 2. Okay. So 1, 2, almost 2. It's 1 6/7, right? 1 6/7. So almost 2. And then this one is almost 3, isn't it? 2, 3. It's 2 wholes and then 3/5. So about right there. You guys okay with that? Okay. So solid line. Okay. Now, not just the points on this on the line work, but all the points on the line and then above or below. So let's test a point. What point you want to test?
0.
Why 0, 0?
It's super simple.
Because it's easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to test that point. So 5 times 0
0.
0.
plus 7 times 0,
0.
0 plus 0
Is less than 13.
is less than or equal to 13, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's nothing below.
So that tells us, we color in below. So you'll have to click on the button that looks something like this on Alex, and it has a little shaded bit. And then you'll click over here, it'll make it shaded for you. Okay. Remember what the dotted line, solid line one looks like? Kind of has like it kind of is curvy, but so if you click on that, then you can just click over here and it'll color that in for you. Who's done these before? All right, about half of you. Okay. So on that paper where you did the substitution elimination thing, I would like you to graph this one. Just make, oh, you're gonna have to draw a graph. Don't get too carried away. You know, make it like I taught you. About that size. Put the x-axis on a blue line. Use a straight edge. Make it look nice, okay? So. Y is less than negative 1/4 x plus 2. I want you to graph that. Yep, negative 1/4, so down 1/4. Your over always is to the right. So the up down. So I would go like this. I would say 1, 2. So there's 2. Okay. So every blue line I would make a 2. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, see what I mean? And then from here, down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's, you can go up or down depending on positive, negative, but you always go to the right. Always, okay? Like that. Okay. I think you're going. See from here. Go like this. 1, 2. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. We're going to go down 1 over 4. Right. Down 1 over 4. And is it a solid line or a dotted line? Okay. So, y-intercept, what is it, guys?
2.
Okay, 2. And then from that point, what are we going to do? Down 1 to the right. 4, right? So down 1 over 4. Is this a solid line or a dotted line? Okay, so dotted. So we'll just dot it. Like that. Okay, and then what do you think? Are the points above the line or below the line going to work?
Below the line.
The below the line. Okay. So we're going to go below the line. We're going to color it in so we can see what's going on. You good with that? Okay. Now on the same graph, I want you to graph okay, and I want you to make, less than or equal to, sorry. I want you to make a table and find the x-intercept and the y-intercept to graph this line. Okay. Jack, I'm going to give you the easy question. You ready? If x is 0, what's y?
2.
Yeah, that's right there again, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Sophia, I'm going to give you the hard question. If y is 0, what's x? 10 divided by, yeah, that's fine. 10 divided by 3. Now, in Alex, I can just put in 10/3 and it'll graph it for me, you know. 0, 10/3. But on our graph, we kind of need to know where that is, don't we? So 10/3. What'd you say? Didn't you say what the mixed number is? What is it then? How many holes, guys?
3.
All right, 3 1/3. So 3 1/3. 1, 2, 3 1/3, and then 0. Solid line or dotted line? Okay, so solid line this time. Now, I'm not going to trust, this is in standard form, so I'm not going to trust the less than and just go below for sure. I'm going to put it, I'm going to check out 0, 0. 3 times 0 plus 5 times 0. Is that less than 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so that point does work. So then, what that means is, all of the points below that red line are going to work. Now, there's a reason why I put these on the same graph. I want you guys to notice, points up here, they don't make either of them true, do they? Points in here, what do?
We make some of them here.
They make the top one true, but not the bottom, correct? Points in here, what do?
Make the bottom one.
Okay, they make only the red one, the bottom one true. But everything down here, does it work in both?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the solution set. These are all the points that work in both of those two equations. So when they say equal, we can find one point where the two lines intersect, like that point right there, 0, 2. Okay, but when it's less than, greater than, there's lots of possibilities. And we like to be able to look at it graphically like this to see what's going on. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I have an Alex assignment with just this stuff on it. Okay? It's called Graphing Inequalities, and I think there's 12 or 13 problems, so let's get working on that right now. Do your Alex on that paper too, and then we'll hand all of that in.